Hey friends, so I wanted to share with you just real quickly a couple of things as we're getting ready to regather, as we're preparing to come back to in-person worship on Sunday, October 4th. Remember that we're going to have service at 8:15 and at 10:30. And I invite you to, we'd love it if you would RSVP. They're requested but not required. We know that schedules change, but just to help us get a sense, if you're planning to come to worship this Sunday, we'd love it if you would let us know. There's some links available. I'll put some in the comments below this text. So let me just walk through a couple new things that you'll experience as you come into worship for Sunday morning. We'd love for you to bring a mask, and we'd love for you to have a mask with you when you come into the sanctuary. Know that there will be a couple different folks who are going to be greeting you, who are going to be welcoming you, because we're super excited to be with you. We're super excited to gather with you again. And so I'm going to try to be outside. And as you come into the worship space or come into the building, these doors they're going to be open. Okay. So again, we're going to try to eliminate people touching handles and all that kind of good stuff. As you come into the building, you're going to get. And so this is weird because I had to kind of turn around here, right? But you're going to get a squirt of hand sanitizer, okay, right? And see, I forgot my mask, so there's a mask available here for me, okay? So then we're going to ask you to have your mask on, and as you come in, there's some stickers on the floor that say, hey, try to keep your distance one from another. So if there's a big line here, and maybe there will be, that's fine, but we space those out 6 feet apart from one another. So as you come in, you're going to be greeted by a couple different folks. You're going to come into the sanctuary, and we're going to ask you to come over to the center aisle. Okay, there will be somebody there who will hand you a bulletin, and we're going to invite you to come down the center aisle to find your spot. So this is going to be really easy. A couple different things. Okay, we got these arrows on the floor that say go that way. Okay, that's helpful, right? We're trying to control traffic and trying to not to bunch folks up. The other thing we got on the seats are this. Okay, so this says, and I don't know if it's backwards or frontwards or whatever way it is, but that says this row is closed. Okay, so that row, that one's closed off for the 8:15 service or for the 10:30 service. The blue or the purple, that says that's closed off. So the other row, that row's open. That's got a green piece of paper on it. And the green piece of paper says this. It says, leave 2 seats between households. So if you get a family of 4, fantastic. You're going to take up a whole row. If you get a family of 2, fantastic. If you're comfortable with having another couple or another group of 2, they're going to sit next to you, okay? But they're going to leave 2 seats in between each household, okay? And we know that some of you are going to come as households. You're going to come as groups. That's fine. We're going to stay in our seats for the whole time of worship. We'll practice those holy waves, and we're going to hear some music together. We won't be congregational singing. So again, this row here, it's a blue row or a purple row. That row, that one's closed. Okay. So I'll find myself into this row here. This is a green row. Okay. And I'm going to leave 2 seats. We can move those. You can leave 2 seats in between each household. So we'll gather together. Remember, we're not going to celebrate Holy Communion. We're not going to celebrate, or we're not going to sing, and we're not going to have treats afterwards. Bummer. We are going to have kids' time, but the kids' time will be in the seats. And so kids, you'll sit with your families. When the praise team is singing, when the readers are reading, when I'm preaching, I'm going to take my mask off. I want you to know that, and I want you to expect that. So that people can hear just a little bit better and all that kind of good stuff. But we also pulled the we pulled the lectern back a little bit, and I'll be preaching from kind of from the altar area, just to keep a little bit of extra distance. We want to be smart about these things, so I'll be preaching from up here. As we finish our time of worship, again, we have those arrows on the floor, so we'd invite you to leave out the side aisles, to come and make your way out the side aisles for worship. What should you prepare for after worship? Know this, that we invite you to leave after worship. If you want to talk with your friends and your family outdoors after worship in the parking lot, fantastic. That's great. We'll also have Holy Communion kits for you to take home with you after and following worship. You can celebrate that sacrament at home, but celebrate that in your own household. Hey, if you got some questions, you got some wonders, that's fine, and that's great, and that's well, and that's good. We'd love for you to, we want you to be comfortable. We also want you to know what to expect. So we put this little thing together just so that you might know what to expect for Sunday worship. Friends, I'm excited to be with you. I'm excited to gather with you. I'm excited to be, again, a community of faith that's gathered together. We know that there's some folks that are ready to gather together. We know that there's some folks who are not ready to be together in person, and that's well and that's good. We're going to record the 8:15 service, and we'll post that on Facebook and on YouTube later on in the day. We're going to try our best to live stream the 10:30 service on Facebook, but we don't know right now how to FaceTime or how to live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Maybe we'll get smart about those things sometime soon. Maybe we won't. But that's what we're going to be able to do for now. Friends, have a great rest of the day. If you would, RSVP, we'd love it if you would. But also know that we're excited to be with you for worship on Sunday. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll talk to you real soon.